How are you guys? What's good? Happy Sunday. I hope that everybody is blessed. I hope everybody gets some sun. I hope that everybody enjoys themselves in church, whoever's going to church, if the churches are open. And I'm going to come and bring you a little bit of the information in the numerology surrounding Michael K. Williams' death. He was a part of The Wire and a couple of other things. I don't remember seeing him in anything personally, but I do remember him, the actor. I think I've seen him like maybe one time, but yeah. So he's got interesting numbers. This looks like he was a pretty powerful being, especially the numbers he was born on, and then the zodiac and the astrology surrounding him. I have not seen his full birth chart, but I do have the basics. Excuse me. So Michael K. Williams was born 11/22/1966, and the hard thing for me is when I googled it online, because I knew he was either a Scorpio or a Sag, and I was like, wait, I think this is the cusp, but I need to go Google it. When I googled it, a couple of the sites or whatever were saying, this is Scorpio, and they were adamant, and then some were saying it's a cusp and it's a Sagittarius cusp. So he actually was a Sagittarius, but he was a cusp, so he was the last day of Scorpio, which I'm gonna guess makes him a very strong energy, or it could have been overwhelming. It just all depends on your birthday and what cusp you are born on, if you're a cusp baby. So he was a Scorpio Sagittarius, which to me just sounds like a very, very powerful fucking sign, and a powerful energy to have that Scorpio, but then have that Sagittarius balance it out. I feel like he was a very intricate being, and I feel like he was very interesting, to say the least. He was born on the 22nd day of November, so it makes him a master number, the master number of 22. As we know it right now, as far as numerology, the only two master numbers are 11 and 22, I believe. And the crazy thing is, if you break down some more of his birthday and you kind of twist and turn some of his other numbers, he's kind of got like 11 and 22 across the board. So it doesn't matter which way you flip it or whatever. He definitely was supposed to be born on this day, and it was divine, which I think all of our deaths and births, and if we've been here really before in past lives, is divine. I don't think anything's a coincidence, period. So 11/22/1966, Michael K. Williams was born, and that comes out to 118, 11 and 8. 11 and 8 is, 1 and 1 is 2, 2 plus 8 is 10. So he was the, I forget if the day you were born is your karmic number or your life path number. So his life path number, I believe, would be a 1. He shares the same life path number of me as me. Excuse my words, it's kind of late. And it's interesting numerology surrounding the number 10 or the number 1. Especially if you weren't directly just born on the day 1, and you have to break it down and reduce it to the number 1 coming out of the 10. I've heard a lot of different things as far as the numbers surrounding the number 10 and the number 1 when you're born, like on the 10th day, or your numbers reduced down to 10 and then you have to break it down again. I've heard that people born on this day, definitely harness a lot of the energy of the male and female, kind of like the Baphomet energy or like androgyny energy. Not saying that this person will be an androgynous growing up. He could be very masculine or very feminine, or she could be very masculine and very feminine, but we're looking at the numbers. So I guess the 1 could be the penis and the O could be the vagina. I guess that's how you kind of look at it. But I think even his life path number is interesting as well. If you look at his numbers, this dude definitely died on the same numbers that he was birthed through, and I did take that from somebody else's page. I will not tell you who, because I ain't giving nobody no free promotion, but I definitely don't like to take away from people and say it's mine. So I definitely took that from somebody else. I heard them say, they died the same way they came in a sense, kind of with their numbers, and I love that saying. So he definitely died on some crazy ass ritual numbers. I mean, you didn't have to look too hard for this one. We definitely knew this was ritual across the board. I mean, he died September 6th, 2021. Just the 9 and 6 alone. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. You have your 6 right there, and then 6 and 5, because once you put together 2021, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 1 is 5, 5 and the 6 reduced down to 11. So right there is your master number. Like I said, this guy was a master number across the board. And with him being a cusp baby, a Scorpio, and a Sag, this nigga was pretty powerful, I believe. It's crazy that I don't know more about him, and I'm not sure if he got the accolades or he got the flowers that he should have gotten while he was here, but looks like he had a crazy energy. Now, I don't know much about him, so it could have played against him. You know, just because you have two crazy energies coming together doesn't mean it's going to work in your favor. But some of the stuff I read said that with people being like a cusp baby of a Scorpio and a Sag, it kind of dims some of that darkness that Scorpios come with. Because you know, Scorpio is a very, very dark sign. Very, very dark. So before I leave, I wanted to show you some of the cards I pulled. Now, once again, all I did was an energy reading. I just, you know, I called out his name, and, you know, I told him I wanted to read into him, and I wanted to know what the energy was surrounding his death and just the energy surrounding him. And I told him I would pull 5 cards, and I would leave it alone. So I'm going to pull my 5 cards now. I did a great shuffle, and I'm going to show you what we pull, and I'm kind of excited, and then I'm going to get out of here. So, all right, I'm going to get the cards. Uh-oh. 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 All right, well, that's our 5 right there. So as you guys can see, he got the deceit card surrounding his death, the High Priestess of Fire, which is not crazy because even though he was a water fire sign, Scorpio still is a fire sign too, in a sense, because it is governed a little bit by Mars. So that's a water fire sign, and then he was a fire sign by nature because his sun sign is Sagittarius. So yeah, so we get that. We have rigid understanding, and then we have oath. So we know that, you know, this reading definitely was pretty on. And I say that because I just opened this tarot deck, and you know, I'm still giving it some more energy, and I'm just kind of like playing around with it. But this one, it gave some information. I won't be able to really guide you guys with it, but I think you guys can tell me some stuff. But so I believe what he's trying to tell us is there's some deceit around his death, and there's going to be some deceit in what they're going to tell us what the cause of the death is, or what they're going to say. Or maybe not, it's not going to be deceit, you know, with the cause of death, but it may be deceit on how he died. You know how it goes in Hollywood. But this definitely was a ritual. I definitely think he took an oath to die on this day or to go out the way that he did. Just looking at the numbers, because it's very establishment-like, the numbers are. And his numbers are very establishment-like, really. And very witchy and very occult-like. Very occult-like. If you tie in the oath card and the rigid card, I believe when he went out, I don't know what the time frame is, but a little bit before his death, or maybe a couple years before his death, definitely there was something that was asked of Michael, and Michael was not willing to bend. Because when you have rigid on the table, that is usually when somebody is not willing to bend, and they're not willing to change on certain things. And considering his age, 54, which I totally forgot about, he died at 54. There's your 9 right there. You can flip the 9, and you can keep the 9 as the ending and completion, you know, crossing over and transitioning. Or you can flip that 9 and turn it into a 6, and you already know what the 6 is in Hollywood. I think that we are going to learn a different understanding about his death, or we're going to have to create our own understanding, because I definitely think they're not going to give us the full truth, as they never do. And like I said, I think there's some deceit around his death, or even his career. I don't know much about him, so like I said, you guys will have to fill me in. But these are the cards. And we definitely know this nigga took an oath. He definitely took an oath. It's right there. I mean, we don't need no more. It's right there. So he definitely took an oath. I definitely think towards the end of his career, maybe somewhere in his career, he broke oath, or he wasn't willing to bend or do certain things. And maybe this is why he was taken out. Maybe he didn't make it to die on this certain day. But we definitely know that he took an oath, and he's with the shits. And you know how it goes in Hollywood. You have to pay the piper eventually. So, deceit, High Priestess of Fire. So this motherfucker definitely knew his power. Definitely used it while he was here. Understood it. And took that oath. I'm going to pull 2 more cards and make it 7, a divine number. Playful. Strength. You know, I'm going to do 9. I'm going to do 9. I want to see. Invisible. Uh-oh. And fragment. Okay. So I think that Michael was trying to tell us that there's a lot of things that are going to be surrounding his death and what comes out that are definitely going to be invisible, or I definitely think they're going to hide some stuff, or there might have been some things that were hidden, while he was out here in Hollywood and his fans were watching his career. Maybe there's some stuff that have always been hidden and invisible, but definitely there's some things that are going to be hidden, and I think we're only going to get the information in fragments, and they're only going to share with us in fragments. There's a strength card here, though, and there's a playfulness. Spirit is telling me that when they talk about playfulness, I definitely think this man got caught up in the vices of the world, and I think that's what took him out. I believe my friend in LA said that they believe he died from fentanyl. I don't know if that's true, because I don't think a cause of death is out there yet, but I think that's the rumor that's going around. So playful. I wonder what that means. Maybe he had a playful and joyous energy. I mean, being a Scorpio and a Sagittarius, I bet he was probably very interesting. Strong, too. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to be some lies and deceit surrounding his death and what we get. And we're only going to get to half of it, so we know why the fragment card is here. And maybe towards the end of his death, he was trying to move in silence. And maybe he was cut off before he could handle whatever he was trying to handle. Maybe I'll come back with a part 2 and make this a series and really look into it. Maybe I'll go look at some of his craft and then I'll come back. Because I don't know the guy, but I want to bring you guys some numerology. And numerology tells you what it was. It was a sacrifice, and, there was an oath and all that good shit that happens to Hollywood. You know the deal. It's the same old, same old. But this guy was a powerful man, so he was definitely a powerful sacrifice. So I don't think right now it's about why they sacrificed him, or it's not about him being sacrificed. It's more so about what was his blood shed for, because these are powerful ass numbers. So this is the Cursed Prophet. I would like to say rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, and I will be back soon. Goodbye.